Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is a bit of a vlog. I've just got a new Sony EV Z10 for Lisa, and she's got all the flash and all that stuff. But this one, this camera's actually good for vlogging as well. So I thought I'd do my first monthly vlog on it. I've got some information that I share and stuff like that for my singing and stuff like that and the businesses. So but with my gigs I've got at the moment I've just cut down a little bit because I was whizzing around too much and it's a bit hot at the moment. So we're just basically doing Thursdays at Halfpenny Bridge. We start there about 9:30 in Benabadna, and we do Friday night in El Mojito. We're going about 10 p.m. there, and it's both nights are very good. You know, it's and that's down in the El Mojito's down in Caruella in Torremolinos, so that's worth a visit. But both shows are very good. Saturday night we're moving around. We've got some up and coming stuff. I'm going back to Cherries over in Benabadna on Palm Tree Avenue. It's a 1 year anniversary. I've not been there for a while, and it's good fun. So watch my wall for that. I've got the Boma, which is in Alarin El Grande. That's a fantastic South African restaurant. I'm there on a Saturday night coming up soon, and I'm just looking down here to see what I've got. Oh yeah, I'm back in Mikey's. Mikey's is a new music bar in Torremolinos, and it's very good because he's got like a jam on a Wednesday. You can go down and jam. He's got the guitars, basses, drums and all that kind of stuff down there, and then he's got the karaoke on the Thursday. Good music during the week anyhow, like rock music and stuff, and it's central. And then on the Saturday he's got the live music. I'm there in about 2 weeks, but I see that Ollie Hughes is there this Saturday, so I'll go down and check him out. I hope he's alright, because he after he finished his gig down in Fengerol last week, somebody jumped on him and trying to rip his guitar off his shoulder and dislocated it. So be careful, all musicians, while you're out there. Someone's going to try and nick your guitar if you're not careful. So I hope you're all right, Ollie. Well, go and check him out this Saturday. I would have been down there to watch him, but I'm over in the air show. I'm going to go and see the air show in the daytime in Alarin. We're going to Torre del Mar. Torre del Mar, it's about 35 minutes away from here. It's free, and there's all sorts of planes flying around, including an F-22 machine thing that's like noisy and fast. And also I've got we've got the Romeria that comes through the Torremolinos de El Calvario, and that comes through on the 21st, and we do that with Dynamic Duo. That's with Aida Gardner, and we do that on the 21st about 3 p.m. so make sure you come along during the daytime. You can catch the Romeria. There's all the trucks and all the horses and bulls and stuff like that. So make sure you try and catch that. That's going to be fun. Also, I've been working on a CD for a while, but I got that busy. I never got time to. I'm working on 2 CDs. I've got one that's songs that people want from my shows that I do. There's a mixture of like rock and roll and Roy Orbison and Dire Straits. So that's finally in place now. I've just got to put the vocals down. I've got all the tracks lined. So the vocals and guitar, it's going to take me a few weeks, probably next week when I get round to that now, but it's all ready to go. So watch out, that CD is going to get launched soon. Then when I've done that, when I've got a full album of my own stuff that's been sat there for quite a while, and it's a bit of a mixed bag. I don't really have any like type of music. I just write what I feel like, so it's all like blues, rock, country. It's a mixture. My own stuff's a mixed bag. So that's going to be coming out soon, so keep your eye out for that. Let's have a look. Tech. Yeah, tech. I've been doing quite a lot of websites. I've been doing one a week. So if you look out, you'll see some of the websites that I've been posting on my Facebook wall and Twitter and other platforms. I've just done one for cost mediation services, and I'm going to just do some finishing touches on that over the weekend. So I'll be sharing that out with the finishing touches. Who else have I done? I've done one for the Ultimate Cleaning Service in England. That's very nice. That one's already out there. I did that last week. And then I've got a new one that I'm just finishing up. It's a music bar here in Torremolinos, and it's very swish. There's been some extra work gone into that, and I've shared that with a friend of mine, which I'm going to tell you more information about that later when that evolves. But we've just finished a website, and we're just putting the finishing touches on that, and that's going to be launched next week. I'll go over into Benalmadena. I've got a couple of places there that want some websites, so I'll keep you updated on them. Also, I've been working on my own Top Buzz web directory, which is a directory of all people are always asking for, like craft ales or Indian restaurants or curry houses or steak houses. So basically populating a directory where I can just share a link and they're just there. There's a map and all the contact information. Not just so you've got craft ales, you've got bars, you've got curry houses, Italians, and you've got the artists as well. So if you're looking for like a singer for your bar, I'm featuring all them on there as well. So it's pretty much one-stop shop. So I'm just starting posting some photos out and some links out for these places. So keep watching it. It's going to take a while to do because there's a lot of places here, but it's growing already. Another thing, I'm not so much doing like computer repairs. People are a pain, really. You know, when I go to do a computer repair or a build, and I'll just do a build, but then I kind of like get dragged into stuff I don't want to get dragged into. So I've kind of stopped doing that as from like this week. So there'll be no more repairs or builds. The computers have gone, I'm afraid. It's just not worth it. I'm gearing towards websites. Also, I do still do Fibra connections and data connections, but I have to say what I tell everybody from the beginning. People have selective hearing. So if you need Fibra in your house, I can tell you the options that you can have, and I can line up the install for you. But I have nothing to do because once I've set up the install will come from a company like Movistar, Simyo, and and I don't work for them companies. All I do is I just put your name in for that, and a lot of people really are struggling to understand and accept that, and they think that if they have a problem with the connection, that I should like maybe get on the phone or sort it for them, but I don't. I do say that from the beginning. I tell them that I'm doing it through this, and they just basically won't accept that when it comes to getting a support problem. So you have to understand that. I'm going to carry on doing the Fibra connections, but I'm going to give them a little bit of paper at the beginning, just stating that that I don't have anything to do with the connection. I'll get them to sign it in the future because it does get a little bit. Anyhow, that's gone. My opening times, I've had a few problems with that as well. People seem to don't want to accept that I close or I have a couple of days off. Usually they're people who do that themselves, usually bars. So they'll close for a couple of days, but they don't want me to close for a couple of days. But anyhow, whatever, they're all crazy. We open, we have opening times. We have to have that because we have to recharge our batteries. And also, and I always tell people in the week we have shows in the night, so I can't answer the phone when I'm on stage. So we're just like a general shop. We open Tuesday to Friday from 10:30 to 5, and we open on Saturday from 10:30 to 3 p.m. And we close on a Sunday and a Monday. And if you don't like that, that's where you can go, because I'm just dumping everybody off. I've had enough of. I've been ambushed. I've been set up to do things on my day off over the past few weeks, and I ain't falling for that rubbish anymore. I just took the phone. I have to. It sounds awful, and people have quoted me on it. Where my work phone, when you're added to that, I just chuck it in the drawer on the weekend because you're going to message me when I'm on stage. And there's a handful of people who do that. They seem to get off on it. So anyhow, that's my opening hour. So as long as you understand, if you're doing any work with me, I will tell you from the beginning that I do close. And if you don't like that, then go find somebody who's going to open for you 24/7. You ain't going to get that. Especially for the money that people pay. So websites. Yeah, we've done the websites. Top Buzz. We've done that. Lunch Club. We've been doing some really good restaurants at the moment. We always have problems with a lunch club. We get people, we get new people, and you don't know what they're going to be like. They could be really good and they can stay, or you could find out after a couple of weeks that they're absolute lunatics, and we get rid of them. So we have had a mixed bag of mostly nice people, and we have lost maybe a couple of people this year. So it's not so bad. We don't accept any like bullying, or if anybody does that, then they don't get invited. If anyone's nasty to somebody while we're having lunch, or they're complaining all the time, and we'll get rid of them. We just want to have a nice time. So, and we don't, but also we do get people who want to talk to me about work. I don't want to talk about work on my day off. Thank you. So just remember that. I keep saying it, and I say, this is the line. Oh wait, I know it's your day off. I'll bring you tomorrow. And I'm just like, anyhow. So yeah. So, but we've been to L10 Legendario in Fengarola. It was a new Argentinian restaurant, which is fantastic. We met Dave over there, which is one of our lunch club members, who's a fab guy, and we had a great time. We had some surprise dancer, which was fantastic. I would check that out. It's on the Marina Port thing down in Fengarola. It's very good, and it wasn't expensive. It was just nice. Then we've done Fuegos. That's in the Calvario. Again, a steak, a barbecue steak place. I'll leave it there. Kipping House, fantastic. In the Carawella, you're always going to get a nice chicken, the sauce, the service, the vibe. The house wine is 12 out of 10. Thank you, Kipping House, for looking after us. Also, we did Whistler Burger this week, and that was absolutely fantastic. The service was like a step above everything. It was like everything that we would ask them to do, they asked us to do. So I would look at Whistler Burger to do a fantastic burger. I had one called the Dirty Burger, and it was a burger with onion rings and bacon and barbecue sauce. It was off the scale. So make sure you check Whistler Burger out, and they've got craft ale. So and then we're going to a new place. We're going next weekend. We're going on to Tuesday because we're going to do in Spanish. We're taking to the lunch club to the Twister Bar, which is a Spanish rock and roll bar in the centre, and we're taking them to Gura, which is just over the road. So that's a Spanish night for us. Another new restaurant. So I'll keep you posted on that one. I want to say massive shout out to the people who come to the shows, who've been watching us on Bargain Loving Brits on Channel 5 in England. You know, always come over and say hello. We always like to have a selfie and have a chat with you. So big shout out to everybody who's been to the shows this month. That's been really nice. We do post our pictures with you on the Bargain Loving Brits site that we've got on Facebook, so you can go on there and say hello or whatever. But yeah, keep coming up and saying hello. Thank you. Hello from me, Lisa, and Fredo and the birds. Tech news. Yeah, I've got a couple of bits. If anyone's into tech, because I've got my new Sony. I've got a Canon 3000D professional camera for sale with all the gubbins, telescopic lenses and bags, and it's brand new for $350 if anybody wants any more information. And also I've got a NAS, which is like a storage system where people that is the work phone that I forgot to turn off, by the way. When I heard you see the horror in my face. I forgot to turn it off, and it's like, oh my god, someone's ringing me, messaging me, the pests. But I've got this NAS. It's like a box that you plug into your network, and you can put your photos on and your files, and you can run your own Plex media server, and that's €150. If anybody is interested, give me a shout. It's a QNAP. What else have we got? We've got last but least, we've got some new beer coming for Craft on the Coast, which is somebody asked me for a strong beer, so this one's 11% aged barrel stout. That's going to be coming nowish. We're getting, as the weather cools down, then people can go back onto the stouts and stuff like that. So if you want, and that's in a bottle as well, so if you want some for your bar or restaurant, then feel free to give me a shout. I can hook you up with Craft on the Coast. Got a little moth thing flying around me here. But any questions on any tech, with the company, Toratech or Craft on the Coast, feel free to hit me up. Our opening times, yes, we do rest, and we are human. I'm very sorry if that upsets or offends anybody that we have to take a rest, but we do. We open from Tuesday from 10:30 till 5, and that's till Friday, 10:30 till 5 all week. And on the Saturday we open from 10:30 till 3, and then we close for Sunday and Monday. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry that we're human and we have to do that, and do feel sorry for the people who don't like it, but anyhow, I had to say that. Anyhow, so yeah, make sure you check into my vlog. I'm going to keep doing a vlog probably once a month just to keep updated on the Lunch Club and on new services that we've got for Torotech, and gigs and TV stuff as well, because everybody wants to know what's going on, don't they? So all the best. You all have a good weekend. Enjoy the sun, and like I said, there's an air show in Tour de la Mar this weekend, and Ollie Hughes is over on in the Maggie's Music Bar in the centre. So there's a couple of things going on there that are worth looking out for. So all the best, my friends. Peace and love.